What is up, Buccaneer fans? Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. Ralph Phillips here. We got some good stuff today. We're going to watch some of the Atlanta Falcons all22 from last week. MK, what's going on? How is it, buddy? How are things? I'm so jealous of you get to go to the Falcons game this week. I heard they haven't sold a whole bunch of tickets. What's going on with that? Buck fans, let's show up. Let's not have a repeat of what we had last week where it was more Detroit fans than there were Buccaneer fans. I don't understand that. I really don't. What is going on in the NFL today? Anything? We got any news? What's up, Lucas? Yeah, Vita Vea didn't practice today. Do I think he'll play? I don't know. Don't know. They didn't really say what was up with him, did they? The foot injury? Okay. Man, Vita Vea has battled injuries since he's come into the league, really. I do not know. He was a limited participant on Wednesday and then didn't practice today. Man. And the Falcons are all kinds of healthy. They had no players on the injury report for a second consecutive day. What's up, Rampage? Bucks Lions. I would say this. The Bucks shot themselves in the foot more than I thought they did. It was, I'm not to take away from Detroit. Detroit played a great game. But Detroit made more mistakes than I thought they did too, especially Jared Goff. We left a lot on the field. We just did not play good. We did not have any oomph. No oomph. If we would have had some oomph and just made a couple plays, and they were there. They were there for us. They were there for us. Our team was rusty and did not have the oomph. But the Lions are a good team. Lions are a good team. But I think we could have easily won that if we would have just, made some plays that were basically handed to us. I would say, let me see. Mayfield did not look good. Didn't like the way he played. He just seemed frazzled, making not very good decisions, I didn't think. Cody Mock was looking a little rough. I'm really starting to question him being a starter, We did that. This is about the way Gedeke was last year, when he was playing left guard. He was messing up quite a bit. And Cody's right around that area. Somebody mentioned yesterday in the chat that maybe we should start Leverett in there. And I was like, what might not be a bad idea. But Mayfield is doing pretty good keeping away from the pressure. But Cody got beat quite a few times yesterday. The Lions had good play calling. Ryan Neal did not look as bad as I was expecting to see. He had a few bad plays, but I would say, it was 50-50. Bad plays and bad. The Lions catching us in our disguises. That one, the touchdown, that was a crazy one because he called a quick snap, so caught our defense off guard, but then threw a horrible pass that should have been intercepted. And then Ryan Neal did catch up with the receiver, got there, got his hands on the ball, but just didn't pop it out. So it was like everybody messed up on that play. They just happened to come out on top on that one. But the Bucs did make more mistakes than the Lions, and they capitalized on our mistakes, and we didn't capitalize on theirs. So that's what I took away from the all-22. It was a really hard game to watch. It was just ugly. It was blah. It was very blah. Tampa Bay, MK. 27-6, good guys. 21-10, Bucks. Yes, got you down. LMH. Baker and Dak look a lot alike when they play bad. Ooh, I don't want to hear that. 24-17. No, I did not. Rampage. Let me do that now. 24-17 Bucks. I've got a bot that's going to be popping up here in a little bit. I was going to ask everybody to put their predictions in, so you can do it there too, but I'm writing it down. I'm testing the bot out. Too many drops, yeah, CMH. That was a big factor. I forgot. Everybody just didn't play well, I didn't think. It'd be hard to give a game ball. I like to give game ball on offense, game ball on defense. On offense, nobody really played good. Godwin. On defense, Levante. But everybody just played very blah. We looked rusty. Get the ball going. I think I blocked it though. You better unblock it. Yeah, it's gonna pop in here in a minute. I set it to pop in every 20 minutes and take everybody's prediction. We'll see if it works. I don't know if I set it up right, if I got it. So this is kind of testing it all out. Let me see. The Frank Reich, the head coach of the Panthers, he's handed over offensive play calling duty to their offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown. I don't know anything about Thomas Brown. But that's a sign to me that Frank Reich is kind of, I don't know if he's acknowledging that he's not doing well, or this was planned. But I think, let me see, after he talked in the press conference where he said that that ownership likes to basically get all up in their mess. Ownership likes to be in the room and over your shoulder, and now he's given play calling duties to an offensive coordinator. Frank Reich might be checking out, man. Don't know. But they had a wide receiver too. I can't remember his name. He's kind of a nobody guy, asking for a trade, and they granted the request. It was Terrace Marshall, wide receiver. He hasn't played much this year. It's been a healthy scratch. I see people are complaining about us not doing motion at the snap. There's stats saying we're 24th in the league with motion at the snap because a lot of teams are going towards that. We can't ever be satisfied. I remember last year, the year before, they were complaining about us not doing play action and motion. And then last year it was play action. Now we've got play action like every play. That's what happens when you lose. Everybody starts looking at reasons why. They start pulling out their favorite thing. Well, we didn't win because our run game, or we didn't win because our offensive line sucks, or whatever. Gedeke did play well. He's played great this year, really great. And he was going up against Hutchinson. As a matter of fact, Hutchinson gave Wirfs a harder time than he did Gedeke, from what I saw. Doing good, MK. How you doing, if that was for me? You hanging in there, brother? What's up, Beast? Pirates. I'm setting up membership as well. I've had a couple people ask me about the membership. So I set up like a low price membership so people can get little badges and emotion stuff. But it's going through YouTube's review process now. Don't know. So that's for all you guys that want to be members and get the special little badges and stuff. Yeah, Rampage, it has really shocked me. And how vanilla we have looked. Now, we definitely we're definitely doing the more new style offense, with all the boots and the waggles and the end arounds and stuff like that, but nowhere near what I thought. There's a high possibility that he's just slowly integrating this stuff he wants to get the basics down. I see we'll probably see Atlanta's doing the same thing. Atlanta's got much different playbook than we do offensively, but they're starting to integrate more of the plays. Hit that like button. Yeah, compared to Miami, we are very vanilla. I guess so, MH. I guess his foot is still bothering him. He's had so many. Well, he's got that pec issue too. He's got a pec problem, his foot. He broke his leg back in, was that 2020, right? He's had knee issues, ankle. He gets beat up. Can't see jersey. I usually like to wait a long time before I get a jersey on a player because you never know. You never know. At least through their first contract, right? The shirts and the posters, yeah. Working on it, man. Working on it. Trust me, I spent like the past 2 days after I've gotten off the live stream working on graphics and bots and stuff. So, oh yeah, Jimmy G isn't playing. I saw that. He's another one. He's built like glass. So many of these quarterbacks and players nowadays. But then again, I kind of understand it. I mean, they're playing 17 games now. I'd take a couple games off too. I would. You got to figure back when the Dolphins won the perfect season, we were only playing like 14 games. So now there's 3 more games. That's a lot of games. And still only one bye week. If I was a player, I'd take weeks off. I'd take a couple weeks off. Knockoff jersey, save the money, yeah. Yeah. Get one of the ones made in China. The only problem I have with the knockoff ones is the orange ones. Sometimes the color is just not. It looks really weird. The reds, you can sometimes tell with the red jerseys, but only if they're standing next to another red jersey. But we've gone through so many. We've had 3 different color reds. We had the original 1997 red. Then we changed it for the Nike alarm clock numbers. And then we changed it to this one. So we've had 3 different color reds. There needs to be 2 bye weeks. Yeah, I really thought they were going to do that when they went to the 17 games. Lynch throwback. I need one of them. I need a Lynch throwback. But I've got a Lynch jersey. Then I get a Brooks throwback. No, Hardy Nickerson. That's right. We were talking about that. Hardy Nickerson. Yeah, I'm the same way, Rampage. I rarely wear my jerseys. I'll wear them on game day. The real jerseys, man, I mean, they're good quality stuff now. They'll last a long time. They're much easier to clean, too. Those old jerseys would rip relatively easy. If you caught them on anything, they had those little vent holes on them. Throwback as in early 2000s. Oh, okay. I'm going to get that Hardy Nickerson throwback. What else we got for news? Yeah, I did not like watching that all-22. It was really kind of boring, but more blah than it was anything. It was just I did not like seeing the Buccaneers like that. And this is something I got to thinking about. It was about this time last year where we kind of collapsed. If you remember, we started off on fire. We come out, we beat Dallas. I think we were 3-1 at one point. Starting off the season, I think it was week 5 or week 6 when things started going south. So I'm sitting there watching this, and I'm like, man, no way are we going to do this again. Let me see what the last year was. 2022, right? Yeah, 2022 season. Let me see. We started off 1-2. Okay, we were 2-4. We were 3-2. And then we had 3 losses in a row. We lost to the Steelers, the Panthers. Oh, that was a bad game. That was that one where Mike Evans dropped that sure touchdown. And then the Ravens. Yeah, so we lost 3 games in a row. Bam, bam, bam. And that was starting week 6. Yeah. The highlights at half were mostly commercials. If you got a creamsicle, it would be All-Stop. Yeah, I've got an All-Stop jersey too, so I try not to get the same play. What's up, Al? Clack, what's up? Y'all two coming in at the same time. Were y'all out getting a beer together? No one's dating Giselle this year, are they? That was a disaster. Did you hear Tom Brady got paid 50 in court? It has come out, that Sam Bankman-Friedman or whatever his name is, the guy that was the FTX guy. The trial's going on now, and it came out that he paid Tom Brady $50 or $55 million for like 20 hours worth of work. But did he pay him in cash or did he pay him in the FTX bucks? That Brazilian trainer she cheated with, I know, right? That's so, come on, man. Who do I think will be the best player on defense this game? That's a good question. Ooh, Winfield. I think it's going to be Winfield. I think they're going to try and hit us with the tricky stuff and the runs. And I think Winfield's going to put a stop to all of it. Scarface. I like the Godfather franchises, but I wasn't as big a fan of them as everybody else, but I really liked Scarface back when it came out. How about you? Scarface or Godfather? Same? All right, cool. Levante, you think it's going to be Levante? It was FTX paid Tom Brady $55 million to be a spokesperson or something. But it was the contract was like $55 million for 20 hours of spokesman for over a period of 2 years or something. It was weird. He was just throwing so much money around. Scarface says MH, yeah. Scarface is a great movie. It was very shocking when it came out. That shower scene with the chainsaw. What was that? 1980, 82, 83, maybe 84, 85, right? Somewhere like that. Now, I remember gore used to not be a thing. And I remember Friday the 13th, there was a scene where the guy was laying on the cot and the hand came up and grabbed his head and then the arrow came up to his neck. That was like the most goriest thing I'd ever seen. I was just like, what? Now, you don't even bat an eye at stuff like that. Yeah, Godfather 2 was good. I like, of course, Casino and Goodfellas. Those were some great, gory, but great movies, man. You preferred Godfather 1 over 2. You've been watching the Halloween movies? Yeah. Yeah, we try to do that there, but not the Halloween movies. We try to watch, kid-friendly Halloween movies. We do it for Christmas, too. My daughter loves Christmas. So it's like the day after Halloween, we just start watching Christmas movies like every night. F-13, what's that? Reservoir Dogs, yes. Yes. Yeah, Tarantino really took gore to a different level. One of my favorite movies from the 80s, a really gory movie, was The Thing. I mean, that was, and I remember when Alien came out, and literally when the alien came out of that guy's stomach, we were watching it at, I was in band, and we had a sleepover in the auditorium. The band did, school band. And we all had pizza, and we ordered all this stuff. And we had Alien on VHS, and I had never seen it. I didn't see it in the theaters or nothing like that. I don't think I was old enough. And that came on, and like a lot of people got sick, seeing that Alien come out, and they were eating pizza at the same time. It was like not a good combination. But yeah, just gore used to not be a thing. But in the 80s, it started ramping up, the body gore with The Thing and stuff like that. And then you had Hellraiser. And then Quentin Tarantino really took it to another level. Favorite holiday? I have to go with Christmas. I like Halloween. But, having kids now, it's definitely Christmas. Just the joy they get out of the presents and the Santa Claus and it's just like a month-long festival of them. Amazon and Walmart and them are starting to send out magazines. As far as I know, they haven't done that for years. But my daughter is like circling all this stuff, and she's just so excited. Every day she's showing me the stuff she wants for Christmas. It's just fun. It's fun. How about yourself, Lucas? What's your favorite holiday? What is everybody's favorite holiday? Jim Henson's Witches and the Worst Witch. What's the Worst Witch about? That might be on our list. Favorite movie is Top Gun, the new one or the old one? Oh, Friday the 13th franchise. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. I saw... Yeah, there's the bot telling you to put your predictions in. I'm just testing out, see if it'll work. So if y'all want to do that, feel free. I've got everybody's score predictions written down now. But if you want to verify with me, you can do it again and I'll make sure I've got it down. Yeah, I loved Friday the 13th. I was a big horror movie fan. Friday the 13th, Halloween, Hellraiser, The Thing. The Alien franchise, I consider them horror movies. I love sci-fi horror. I love sci-fi. Big sci-fi. But it got away from the horror. MH likes Christmas too. Buccaneers 27-6, Tom. I'm going to write that down. Nobody's picking Atlanta. We need to get to watching this game film. We got a game tonight. Saints, division rivals playing. I never really liked Christmas. I mean, when I was a kid, the presents were cool and everything, but, and as a young adult, Christmas was really just like a burden. Like, I'm going to buy presents for people. But having kids makes a big difference, I think. It has to me. Oh, you haven't seen the new Top Gun? Tom, I joined the Air Force right before Top Gun came out, and I went in to be a pilot. Long story, but my dad had a plane, and we used to fly all the time. But I went in and saw Top Gun when I was in Lowry, and it was like I was so mad because I was like, Air Force, man, we're the ones with the planes, not the Navy. I was upset, and plus I didn't like Tom Cruise back then. I've gotten a lot more respect for him now, but I did not like the Top Gun movie for a long time. I like it now, though, of course, but it was jealousy. Christmas does have the best movies. One of my favorites is the one with the Heat Miser and Mr. Freeze. The Year Without Santa Claus, I think the name of it. We really like those, the stop animation films. My daughter loves those. Those are good. I like the new one with Kurt Russell, the Santa Claus one. That was a good one. Worst witch. I'm going to have to write that down. Ralph or Rampage. Tom, I thought you said 27-6. So you're going 26-6? Okay. Yeah, The Fly with the gold balloon. That was a good one. I like the original Fly, too. I was a big fan of that. Oh, I used to love, man. I had a friend of mine, my best friend. I've known him since we were 6. He's like, we both were big horror fans. We used to watch Dr. Madblood on Saturday nights. We'd have sleepovers, watch Dr. Madblood, and they showed horror movies. We were Godzilla, King Kong fans. We were all Lon Chaney, werewolves was like my. I love werewolf. Anything with werewolves in it. Frankenstein, the Gila Monster, Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's my favorite like horror movie of all time. But yeah, the Fly, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like monster movies. Big. I love monsters, man. Thanksgiving, MK. Tom likes Christmas. Drink plenty of beer with folks and everyone and get a lot. Yeah. And MK, one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving is being able to just eat. I don't cook, so Molly loves to cook. So she loves to cook a lot for a lot of people. And I just sit and drink and watch football all day. It's like the best man holiday. You know? It is good. Rampage liked the new Top Gun more than the original. Al's saying Jags are going to win tonight against the Saints. Is Lawrence playing? Lucas, you're in the Navy. Nice. I used to live in Virginia Beach. Lived in that Hampton Roads area for pretty much my whole life, except for a stint in the Air Force. And it's like all Navy. You know, largest naval bases in the world right there. Norfolk, Portsmouth, just Navy everywhere. Had a lot of friends in the Navy, man. The Navy is what has kept the world in peace for 100 years. The United States Navy. Oh, okay. Now you're saying 27-6? All right. 27-6. Gotcha, Tom. Yeah, MH. It's weird the way what kids how kids change you. You know, I mean, Christmas for, ever since I was when you become a teenager, Christmas becomes more of a, just buy me a game console or whatever. So from the time I was a teenager up until I had my first kid, Christmas really felt like a burden. I was just kind of like, because you had to spend all this money buying stuff, and people would buy you presents, and 90% of them were just things you didn't really want. They just bought you stuff, So, but having kids just totally changes Christmas. Oh, yeah, the howling. Yes. The new werewolf movie, or I say new, it was probably about 10 years ago with Benicio del Toro. That was pretty good. I like that one. American Werewolf in London. Loved both of them. Oh, I liked the Godzilla movie. Yeah, Al, I did too. It's hard. It's hard for me not to like a Godzilla movie. My best friend, he was a King Kong fan. I was a Godzilla fan. And we argued forever about who won the fight between Godzilla and King Kong. Sleepy Hollow, yes. The one with... oh my gosh. The Pirates of the Caribbean guy. It's amazing. I can't remember his name. Yes, I love that movie. And Christopher Walken. That is a great, great, great movie. Very underrated. One of my favorite scenes from a movie is in that when the headless horseman comes to the cabin and that light is with the candle and the kid's under the floorboard. Man, that was some great movie. And the music, and he's banging on the door. That was some scary crap. Okay, so he practiced Tuesday. All right. Well, Tom, it's about time men get a holiday. There's so many dang holidays. I don't like holidays. Women love the holidays. I don't like the holidays. It's like every month there's somebody's birthday, there's an anniversary, there's a national holiday, and I'm just like, oh, can I please just work? I just want to work. I love spending time with my family, but I like to just do it I like to spend time with my family like unencumbered, just hang out with them. Weird. Oh, me too. I'm going to be drinking some beer before the game Sunday too. That's why I like the 1:00 games. I can start drinking early. Oh, I set that up, Al. So you can type in whenever somebody types in emojis, and you can do a whole bunch at one time, and it'll fill my whole screen up with emojis. I did that just playing around. The Brothers Grimm, yeah, that was good. Like that steampunk horror. Johnny Depp, yes. Did somebody do a thumb? I didn't see it. We start playing sandlot football in the fall and end it with a big game at Thanksgiving. Man, I miss playing backyard football. Miss it, man. I miss playing sports. Because I'm going to dodge it. Whee! God, I lived in a court, and so all the basketball nets, we played baseball there. All the kids came to the court to play. We had soccer nets, hockey nets. We were just constant. We were constantly doing sports, and I miss that, man. I miss it. Guys need to do sports, man. It's a good bonding experience. MK likes holidays because of no work. Oh, thanks, Al. Yeah. When we get I'm making some emojis now. I was telling everybody earlier that I'm setting up a membership thing. You know, some people have asked for it, way to support and stuff. So set up a membership and you get custom emojis and badges and all that. So you'll be able to throw them on the screen. But YouTube is like reviewing the membership application that I sent in. So YouTube's got some. Oh, y'all remember a couple of weeks ago we were watching a game and I accidentally played a broadcast version of a clip and it was like 9 seconds long and I was like, oh man, I'm going to get a copyright strike on that. Yeah, got a copyright strike on it today. 2 hour long video, live stream video. There's 9 seconds of basically Derek Carr walking across the field. You know, wasn't even doing anything. And the NFL copyright striked it and took all the money that had made. I was like, what? For 9 seconds? So, but YouTube does a good job with allowing you to trim that out and everything. So I did that. Yeah, okay, that's exactly how I am. Because if it's a 4:00 game, I can't start drinking because I don't want to be too buzzed before the 4:00 game and, kind of be ready for a nap. Yeah, Rampage. I can still throw a football. I can still catch. I can still run. None of it's near as strong and fast as it used to be, but I go out and I throw the football with the neighborhood kids as much as I can. Anytime I see them out there, or what I'll do, a lot of times I'll walk out and I'll just start tossing the ball up and down out in the street. The neighborhood boys will be like, hey, you want to throw some catch? Like, yeah. I actually had a couple of kids when we lived up in Virginia, had a couple of kids that would come to my house and ask if I could play. Can Ralph come out and play? Molly used to crack Molly up. Yeah, I miss it, Al. I miss it. I've actually got a scar right here on my hand. We were playing backyard football, and you remember those chain link fences that at the bottom of the fence they had it was cut and had like the spikes that went in the dirt. My hand went, the end zone was like where the fence was at, and I ended up getting tackled and slid. I scored a touchdown, so that was cool. But I stuck my hand out, and it went under that fence, and the metal piece went in my hand and came out the other side, and I was stuck. And, of course, all the kids were freaking out. We're like, ah! And so they ran inside and got the guy's dad, and he came out, and he put his foot on my hand and grabbed the fence and yanked it up, and I could feel the metal scraping up against my bone, so I started freaking out. I'm like, ah! And, yeah, long story, but, yeah, I've still got that scar right there. Big old scar. It's about that long. Because playing backyard football, man. No, it was copyright just because it was NFL. It was a broadcast game. One that they broadcast on TV. You can't do any. I mean, if you show anything from them, from the broadcast stuff, they will copyright it, and they don't play around either. You can't. You can't even really use the commentary. What do you call it? Where you're making commentary on it. They'll fight you in court. Or they're strict. NFL don't play around. You played a game when you were 38? Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Nate, what's up? Yeah, Tom, I would definitely not play full contact football, and I'd be very wary about doing two-hand touch or flag football until I worked back up into it for a couple weeks, Because a lot of times I'll get out here with the kids and I'll run around at full speed and stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm too old to be doing this. Tom, too old for hard hits. I think I'm having leftovers for dinner, Rampage. chicken and beans. No, I did not. Rampage did not play NFL Street. I've always played Madden. I haven't played Madden in about 5 years, though. I was always a big fan of Madden. There was a lot of games that were good. I might have played NFL Street, over some friend's house or something, but it was like NFL Blitz or Blitz. There was Gridiron. There were some good games, but I've always been a fan of. What's up, B-Mock? Always been a fan of Madden. I understand why people don't like it. It's definitely got much to be desired, but it's just I've been playing it so long. Yeah, Al, it's very strange, and I think with the broadcast stuff, it's because they have a contract with the providers, like a legal contract for billions of dollars. So the NFL has to be really strict with who can use that footage, because they could be found in breach of contract if they allow other people to use that footage. So they're real strict with it. Oh, yeah, 2K5. That was good stuff, man. What's up, D? You play NCAA football still? Nate, I have never really done franchise mode or anything. I like to just get on and play online with friends. Or, before online, just to play people. I'm really more about the playbooks and stuff. I like messing around with the playbooks. I've never done franchise mode or drafting or anything like that, trading. I just play. But I got into Call of Duty back when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I was addicted to it. And I didn't play any game for many years other than Call of Duty. I wanted to go pro. I practiced, but I never could get good enough. I won some money matches, but I still, to this day, Call of Duty, anytime I sit down to play video games, man, I gravitate towards Call of Duty. I'm like, I love first-person shooters. Yeah. Video games used to be more sociable than they are now, I'll play online with guys and stuff. And I play online with guys, that are friends that I used to play with a long time ago. But, generally you just jump online, you play with anonymous people anymore. And it's not video games used to be very sociable. You'd get I had an Atari 2600, right? With Pong and Space Invaders and all that stuff. And I would have like people lined up at my house when I'd come home from school. Okay, can we come in and play? And you just have a big party, everybody hanging out playing. And it was like that forever, really until online play became a huge thing, all the LAN parties and stuff. That was fun. Video games were much more sociable than they are now, I think. It's like my son plays, and he's got all these online friends, but he's never met any of them in real life. Oh, over under. Biz Pro, what's up, man? Over under on Iran nuking Israel before the end of the month. Ooh, we're getting into some serious talk here. Well, I don't worry about Iran and Israel as much as I do Iran and Saudi Arabia. Those two have a blood feud that's rarely talked about. They hate each other. You talk about Sunni and Shia Muslims, and they hate each other. Sunni and Shia hate each other more than they hate Christians or Jews or whatever. But that whenever that pops off, over there between Iran and anybody really, Iran and Israel or Iran and Saudi Arabia, that's just going to throw the whole world into complete, utter chaos. So Iran nuking Israel before the end of the month. I wouldn't say it's that likely. But it's more likely than it was 2 weeks ago. that whole mess, man. Canales is a great salesman and actually has a good thing. Yeah, I watched his press conference today, I was kind of worried because he hasn't done a press conference since, I think it was Saturday or Friday last week. And he's usually quick to be out there in front of the mic. And he didn't do one after we lost the game, and he didn't do one the day after. So I was like, uh-oh. But he had a good 15-minute long press conference today. He had a lot to say. The one thing he did say, that this goes to what me and Al were talking about, is that that Mike Evans is almost always the number one receiver. Canales came out and said that. He said, we scheme everything up, so Evans is almost always the number one. So that would make a lot of sense as to why Baker is just constantly throwing to him, because Baker's not going through his progressions. He's just throwing the mic because he's the number one. Oh, and he was asked a lot about the run game, too. And he just reiterated the same stuff. Bizpo, what do you think about, what's your over-under on Iran nuking Israel? Rampage. Wife got an original Xbox in September. Oh, yes. That is so funny. On our anniversary, we took the kids to this retro gaming store that's here nearby. I say nearby, 40 minutes away. Everything's 20, 40 minutes away from here. But they had original Xboxes, and they had Atari 2600 there. I was like, man, I want to buy that. They had like all the game consoles and retro games. It was a really cool shop. But I was showing my daughter, I showed her the joystick for the Atari 2600. It was just a joystick with one big red button. And she thought it was the coolest thing in the world. She was like, I want one of those. But yeah, I played Halo. I actually bought the Xbox package when it first came out with Halo. And I played that. And I can't remember. I had it written down, but I played for like 8 days straight, like 10 hours a day. It was insane how much time I played Halo that first week, because I was just fascinated. I was like, this is incredible. I know, Nate. It's just the amount of time it would take to put in doing all that. I like to just get into games and just play, It's one of the problems I had with Call of Duty, is just setting up classes. Guys would spend so much time setting up their classes. I'm like, just tell me what guns are good. I'll slap that on there with a silencer or something. I just want to play, man. And I love just going through all the guns and finding one I liked, But I'm not the type of guy that can prep forever to play a game. Xbox Live in the early days was lit, yeah. I actually played it back before there was Xbox Live. Halo, they figured out a way to, this was back in the early days of cable. A lot of people still had modems, phone modem connections. And I forget the name of it. There was a program you would download, and you could run it through your computer, the Xbox, and you could play with other people. Yeah, the early Xbox Live days were great, man. Great. EA Hockey. Into a fight with Gretzky and bloody him up. I was watching. Y'all ever see that movie Goon? That was a great movie. The first one. Second one, not so good. There are not enough good hockey movies out. Or not enough hockey movies. Most hockey movies are good. Yeah, right. Does Iran have nukes? Officially, no, but yeah. Oh, D's watching the presser now. Yeah, I really like Canales. He's just, as a person, I like him as a coach too, but I like him more as a people person. You know, he's going to be a head coach soon. Right, Rampage. Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying. Y'all just go ahead and double Mike. I wish they would double Mike more so if somebody else could get the ball. They just feel like Mike is the best wide receiver on the on the roster. Nate, that's what he said. He said he's the best wide receiver he's ever had. That's what Dave said. So he's going to use him as much as he can. Okay. You don't think Iran's got the nukes yet? Everybody talking about wanting to go to war with Iran. That's the dumbest thing in the world. You can't. I mean, Iran's been the seat of the Ottoman Empire, the Persian Empire. You know, it's so mountainous. It's surrounded by, you know, Tehran is just it's just mountains. You can't even bomb the place because they just go in the tunnels. It's kind of like Afghanistan. Nah, never heard of May. When did that come out, Nate? Oh, they blocked your political comment, Rampage? That's automatic. I didn't do it. Let me see. They didn't even say anything to me either. They just automatically do it. I didn't get a notification or anything. Wow. That's messed up. D, you know, at the beginning of the year, I would disagree with you on that about Mike, but now you know, with the way he's been playing and the drops and stuff, I'm just like, Now might be a good time to trade him because you could get something for him now, you know? So I'm not as upset about that statement as I would have been 4 weeks ago. 10 games is your preview. Yeah, and especially with, you know, I mean, we got a whole new, you know, our offensive line is new, our offensive coordinator's new, our quarterback's new. It's amazing how good we did coming out of the gate. Surprised me. Yeah, I do, Lucas. Especially that last game. 100% we should have targeted Godwin more than Mike. It just seemed immediately that Godwin was the guy. He was catching everything, and all the other receivers were dropping things. Godwin caught every pass thrown his way except one that skipped on the ground about 5 feet in front of him. So yeah, I'm definitely let's go with get Godwin the ball more. I don't think so, Nate. I think Godwin's locked in for a couple years. Couple more years. I'd have to look. If I was here, he'd let us know. I could look it up real quick. Chris Godwin. Contract details. Signed a 3-year contract. And it's not over until 2024. So we got him for another year. I think. It doesn't say when he signed it. Okay, so he signed a 3-year contract in 2022, March 2022. Yeah. So 2022, 2023, 2024 will be a free agent at the end of 2024. If I'm reading that correctly. Jeff, what's up, man? You were glued to Kancey? Yeah, he had a pretty good game, man. I would have liked to see more. He got quite a few snaps, but Goff was getting that ball out so quick sometimes that it didn't really matter. But Kancey played really good. He racked up some stats, that's for sure. I think he's going to be something special. Yeah, Godwin is a chain mover. $6 billion for 5 hostages. Yeah. Oh, I know. Rampage. I would love to do a political channel, but don't think I could do it on YouTube. Lucas, I think we're going to cut Russell Gage. I think his contract is up at the end of this year. Let me check. So I think we're just going to let him go. He might be retiring because I don't think anybody's going to want him. He's been banged up for so long. Here we go. He signed a 3-year contract in No, we got him through 2024. Al knows more about this, and he's taking a shower right now. It looks like to me his cap hit. Oh my gosh! If we let him go at the end of this year, his cap hit's going to be $13 million. Ugh. In 2024. Yeah. I might not be reading that right, but yeah, if we cut him, it's going to cost us. I don't know, man. I do not know, Lucas. Al would probably have a better understanding of what the Bucs should do there. Oh, yeah, BizPro, you can hang out, man. BizPro. You're a Lions fan. Cool. Y'all got a good team, man. Y'all got a good team. Although I will say, Goff was not as accurate as I thought he was. He threw more bad passes than I caught on the broadcast. We should use a roster spot for somebody that's actually healthy. I know. It's a shame, too, because he was balling when he was playing. He kind of reminded me of Godwin. Had that same style about him. Yeah, he's got that injury bug, man. Once that thing bites, it's hard to get away from it. Everybody seemed really upset that he got injured this year. Yeah, he threw some risky darts. He sure did. All right, Commanders are in white. The commies. Ugh. I hope that film is not like this the whole way. It's out of focus. That's not me. That is the game film right there. Okay, so this has become so staple across the league. You know, we do this too. It's one of our plays. They're going to hit 17. Yep, 55. Good play by defense. Read it well. Man, I hope that end zone film is not that out of focus, this whole tape. All right, I want to keep an eye on, here's what I'm looking for on the Falcons. I want to see their line. Let me see, they got 93 Calais Campbell, 97 Jarrett, and 90 Onyemata. They play them. They don't rotate them as much as we do, so they're going to be on the field quite a bit. I don't know if they'll be doing it all. at the same time all the time. So I want to keep an eye on their defensive front there. Their coverage, the game film we watched, they played a lot of man. So looks like they're doing it here. They were like 70, 80% man coverage. So we'll keep an eye on that. Want to keep an eye on offense. There's a few things I want to keep an eye on too. So we'll get to that but they just stuffed that run. I think they're doing really good with run stuffing this year too. So we got 90, Onyemata, and Jarrett is out there. Okay, so yeah, they got all three of them. That's Calais Campbell there. So these are the three big boys. These are all three really good players, man. So want to keep an eye on them. It's good that Jarrett finally got. I hate to say this because it's a conference or a division rival, but he's been underrated for years. Jarrett, he's just never really had anybody to help. Now he's got pretty good help. So yeah, that was okay. They're hyped up. All right, see, they're playing man here. They're playing pass, too. Nope, switched to zone. They showed man, switched to zone. Okay. Did he catch that? Dang. It was a tight throw. What do we know about the Redskins or the Commanders' offensive line? I don't think they're any good because isn't Sam Howell like he's been sacked like 29 times? Did he just get tripped up here? Oh yeah, he puts his foot down on the tackle's foot and falls. Okay. So I don't think their offensive line is any good. But I think that the Atlanta's front, these guys, well, they're playing this whole series. They're more for run stopping, I think. You hate the Red Falcons helmet? Yeah, I like the black better. All right. Yeah, trade Mike now to get something. Yeah, Clack, I'm kind of leaning that away, man. He's getting that ball out quick. He does not feel comfortable behind this offensive line. Boom, they got through too. He's just chunking this one up in the air. Oh, dude, you stink. All right, who breaks through here? Somebody gets through. '93, Campbell. He's a big dude, man. He's like 6'6", right? He's a big guy. He's old, but that was weak. That was weak and slow, but 71 just couldn't. You couldn't stop that, man? I feel like I could have stopped that. But we got a good hit on quarterback, too. Does anybody know where Atlanta ranks in run stuffing? We've done pretty good so far. That's a good point, D. And oh man, I wish we'd do it with our receivers. Mike's the oldest guy on our crew. Let's throw it to the young guys. Give Mike a break until later in the season, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they just want to get him his 1,000 yards as fast as they can. Let me go back here. I want to see something. Here's something I've never understood. I talked about this. That was offsides, yeah. I talked about this when we played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and we did it a bit. But once that quarterback steps outside this pocket, these receivers are fair game. They are considered blockers. So you can clobber them, and that lasts all the way until he releases the football in a passing motion right there. So, when the quarterback, I've never understood why defenses don't train for this. When that quarterback goes outside that pocket, just clobber these guys. We did it to Kelsey in the Super Bowl a couple times, and we did it to the receivers a bit. It shook them up. And, like right here, just clobber these guys. Clobber this guy. Clobber this guy. Knock these two guys down. And then the quarterback can't do stuff like that. You picked up the Commanders' defense this week. I picked up Detroit's defense. Let me go back. Who? Oh, 97, Jared. Okay. Yeah. Cameron, what's up, brother? We're going to look at number 63. We've watched two games worth of the Falcons, and number 63 for the Falcons, he's their right guard. What's his name? Chris Lindstrom. He is bad, man. He's like dangerous bad. Their logo looks archaic. I know, right? How do you make a Falcon logo not look cool? I would probably say North Korea more than Iran, Bispa. North Korea, that's where they make their money from. That's how they survive as a nation. They sell to all these rogue states and groups that America won't sell to. That's why they're always shooting rockets off. That's a sales technique for them. So I think North Korea is doing it more. It's probably going through Iran, but Canales will have you buying oranges even though you can see they're actually apples. Yeah, good salesman. Atlanta is giving up 3.7 yards per play. That's not bad. Right? They should just use the white Ranger logo instead. Yeah, it's probably both. But Iran's probably getting most of their weapons from North Korea. North Korea is just one big defense contractor. Who was number 0? Coates? Oh, 97. Almost got there. If he would have put his arm up, he might would have batted that down. Yeah, I don't think this offensive line is that good. I mean, he looks lost. I don't know why he's looking opposite direction. No, I did not watch any college football. Okay, Oregon played. Both their quarterbacks are pro draft ready. Okay. Who? I need to watch some of this Caleb just to see what all the hoopla is about. Giants' offense has been horrible. Yeah, yeah, they really have. It makes you wonder if they're tanking. But the way that coach reacts, you don't think they are. But he might just be a good actor. Okay. This guy, he's just really bad. 63. He just got tossed right there. One arm. This guy, one arm tosses him, and then gets in on the tackle. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun going up against him. You like Penix, Clacks? Clack likes Penix. Oh, look at this. Look at this tricky stuff. See, this is what Atlanta's doing now. We saw this coming out last week. They started opening up their playbook. Look at this mess. Toss. It's like a toss flea flicker. Oh, wide open too. Look at this. Nice. Oh, and he overthrows him. Now, I would say the receiver should have caught that. Who was that? Was that a running back or was that a receiver? Number 12. That was right. That was pretty much right in his hand, wasn't it? Let me go back. This is that same play. Yeah, that was right in his hands. He alligatored it. Oh, man. Who's number 12? Anybody know? Whoa, Caleb Williams wants ownership stake? Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. Not for a rookie. Wow. That's crazy. Hey, that's going to start being a thing, isn't it? Huh. That's how you get around the high draft pick contract stuff. Huh. Redskins, man, what are you doing? Got 7 guys in coverage. You gonna let that happen? Vinny Testaverde. Yeah. He Tampa's had a hard time with quarterbacks. I mean, we had Steve Young at one point. And we had Williams, and he won the Super Bowl. We had Trent Dilfer, he won a Super Bowl. They go and they win Super Bowls at different teams, so you can't say they're bad quarterbacks. Vinny Testaverde never won a Super Bowl, but he did good when he was at the Jets, right? But Tampa's really impatient with their quarterbacks. Always have been. And they gave Vinny a hard time. They actually the local radio station bought a billboard and put up that Vinny Testaverde was colorblind. And he couldn't see which jersey to throw to, which team to throw to. They did the same thing with our coach Schiano. Bought a billboard and blamed him for Mercer or something like that, saying he should be fired. The Tampa media is pretty tough. You guys don't know how to block at all, do they? You go back and see this. Look at 63. That man, gosh, how is he still on the team? How is he still on the team? Look at that. Wow. 94 blew through 2 of their guys. The running back just bounced right off of him. Oh, that's their fullback. That's Keith. Keith Smith. Boom. He just bounces right off of him. Man. All right. We should do good. Kadarrell Hodge is number 12. Never heard of him. Probably a reason. That was nice. It was bad on the Commanders. Good on the Falcons. Now we saw last week, not this game before this, I think it was against Houston. Ritter had a pretty good game. He was making some pretty decent decisions and throwing some nice passes. So we'll see if we can keep it up. I watched this game, the broadcast, and I remember at the end he looked like crap. So that one wasn't too bad. Oh, man, 40 just fell down. He whiffed on his block and fell down. Gee, a dude wide open over here. Man. Let me look at this again. Same play. 40 comes out, just falls down. They just do not cut. They have nobody covering the flats. They're setting up a screen on this side. And Ritter sees this open over here. That good smart move. "12 caught the ball that time. Yeah, Vinny Testaverde was treated quite horribly by the Buccaneers media. Bizpo. Did you know only men can be colorblind? Women actually can be, I forget what the name of it is, but they can have an extra cone in their eye that allows them to see millions of more colors than the average person. Some women are like that. It's called trichromatic or something. But yeah, only us men can be colorblind. It's weird. A lot of differences between the sexes. One of the big ones, though, is color. Women can see color and shades a lot better than men can. That's why they're better, in the military at seeing like camouflage stuff. They're very good at looking at satellite images. Much more than men. Yeah, women are amazing. Yeah, I thought Vinny got a raw deal. We do not have a lot of patience with our quarterbacks. Or our coaches either, really. Nothing there. You guys ready for Friday? MK wants to know. Is anybody going to the game besides MK? Y'all should hook up, man. Tom, you going to the game this weekend? He likes to throw to receivers that aren't moving. Ritter does. He likes these curls and sets and stuff. So why can't they drive? Depth perception. Men are much better at judging distances. And spatial recognition. Men can see, tell the difference when something is big as opposed to tall. Does that make sense? Yes, D. Women are awesome. Tom. Everybody knows Kadero Hodge. Yeah, that's true, D. If it wasn't for y'all, it wouldn't be none of us. Oh, you're going to go tailgate. Yeah, who else going to the game this weekend? Buccaneers. Spatial awareness, yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah, they it's like my daughter. I've worked with her for a long time. But, there's just some things that are innate, Judging distances, being able to see when something's flying at your face and react to it. Oh, nice. Nice pass. A little dangerous, but good catch. It's that same play. Are they doubling up on 8 or they just accidentally double up on 8? I don't know what this guy was doing. He ducked. Look, he's ducking right there. That was nice. I wish Otten would have done that Sunday. West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I do not know about Williams, Bizpo. I have no idea. Yeah. I think Cansey. I was actually surprised at how many snaps he got, considering, it's his first game back and everything. And he did well. He got pushed around a couple of times. I didn't like to see that, but he'll get stronger. But yeah, he should have a field day in this game. He's probably going to get more snaps in this game. So that's going to be exciting. Because I don't think Vita's going to play a lot if he plays at all. They need to let him heal up a bit. Boom. Oh, you should have taken that haul, man. Why does he bounce out? I mean, I understand reading your keys. You got this guy's head is on that side. But, man, that's a big hole. Yeah. Yeah, not impressed with the Atlanta Falcons offensive line, that's for sure. Man coverage, boom. Rain Man and all the right moves. I liked Rampage, one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies. I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but the one where he's the hitman. I really like that movie. I think he did a great job. I loved him in that comedy Thunder thing when he played Grossman. That was hilarious. It was very crude, but just seeing Tom Cruise play a character like that. They get way too close to him for this screen pass. It took forever for this to develop out. Oh, man. That was dangerous. Why was that so slow? Holding on 63. Yeah, we need to get a list of football movies. You ever seen Great American... Is it Great American Hero? Ah, it's a great football movie. Tropic Thunder. Oh man, I'm going to have to look that up now. Yeah, he plays a bad guy. Tom Cruise doesn't play bad guys. You know, he's always been very kind of protective of the roles he plays. But somebody will probably mention it before I bring it up. He played a bad guy hitman in this movie. It's a great movie. Jamie Foxx. Somebody's going to bring it up, I bet, before I can look it up. It's a really good movie. The story, the cinematography, the action scenes are really good too. Collateral, yeah. See, dang it. I was just kidding. I was almost there. Yes, Collateral. Edge of Tomorrow was really good. I liked Oblivion too. The Mission Impossible movies, they're just fun. That's just good popcorn. You're just like, you know. Oh, I loved War of the Worlds. Most people didn't. I thought it was a great movie. The only thing I didn't like about it was that Fanning, she's like screamed and cried through the whole movie. That was annoying. But understandable. Oh man, y'all. They didn't tackle him. He tripped over 53 here who just slid in front of him. Look. And then he trips over him. Some poor tackling there, Falcons. I like to see that. I want to see more of that poor tackling. Bowfinger? What was that about? Oh, man. Oof. Good defense there. I loved The Last Samurai when it first came out. I'm a big Japanese guy. Japanese culture, samurai, all that good stuff. But then I rewatched it with Molly. Let me see, it came out in 2003, so we rewatched it probably 4 or 5 years ago, so it's like 20 years old. It did not hold up well. It was not as good as I remember. Never plays the bad guy. Drives you crazy. Johnny Depp. Oh, no, I know who you're going to say. Guy from Titanic. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, this game does look a little sloppy. Not really seeing much from either side. You know, the Atlanta's defense is getting some pressure, but I think that's more because the Redskins line is not very good. I think this should be an easy win for us Saturday. You know, we've watched the Falcons quite a bit. I wanted to see in this game how much they progress more offensively than defensively. That was a bad decision, bad throw. Did he have guy blazing down the sideline? This is that same play. Yep, he sure did. Look, that would have been a touchdown. I mean, you would think that would be the option you're looking at. He's going in motion, doing that full speed motion thing. We got to come up with a name for that. It probably is. Oh, look, he's upset too. It's like, man. Oh, Leo was a bad guy in Django. Johnny Depp played a bad guy? Which one? Denzel Washington. Ah, yeah. Yep. Never plays a bad guy. You are correct. You are correct. Desmond Riddle sucks. Yeah, I'm not seeing the progress out of them I thought I would. It's still early in the game, but I mean, they've opened the playbook up a little bit. But against Houston, they really showed some good stuff. I think it was the second half of the game, though. These guys are fighting. Washington, what kind of defense is this? That was ugly. Ritter don't know what to do here. So he's just going to check it down. He's going to throw it to the guy that's not moving. He had two of them that weren't moving. That's a good question, Rampage. Was he bad in American Gangster? I think so. But he was like the relatable, good, bad guy. Huh. I had to check that out. Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin used to be so good back in the day. Whoa, what happened here? I was not watching this play. Was this a kickoff? Or a punt? Totally missed it. Who did? You might have answered this already, Dave. Let me look and see if you answered. Secret window. Never saw that. Okay. B-Mock used to be a huge Skins fan. What's up, man? B-Mock. I grew up around Skins fans. I've told this story a gazillion times. So I got a particular dislike for the Redskins. That is a straight shot right up through there, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to say the Falcons maybe have weak coverage, special teams. Look at that. Just gone. Oh, no. Oh. Wow, how'd you let 33 catch you, man? Secret Window book. Best foot movie. If you like the feet, The Feet. Redskins getting tricky. Calais Campbell's so slow. Holy crap. Man, he's gotten old. I mean, he's right here. Look at it. He's moving old and and then he just belly flops. What's he doing there? Was he trying to tackle? No, he just jumps. Falls flat. Man, okay. Well, that is definitely something. We don't have to worry about him setting the edge, do we? Huh. That was some slow stuff. Ooh. Huh. Interesting. You definitely run to that side. Not that we run outside. Ooh, man. Now, see, that's something else I don't understand why teams don't do more of, too. Okay, look. Here he hands it off, and Campbell comes and just lays out the quarterback. That's legal. Boom. Teams don't do that enough. Make them pay the price for trying to trick you. I have no idea what y'all are talking about there. Oh, man, come on, dudes. Well, this is good. This is good. They just get all up in each other's way. Look, they do. It's a complete hodgepodge of mess there. 27. All right, 27's got the running back. He got way too close to the line. You can't get out there to cover him. The life of Rex Ryan. Oh, it didn't work? The water boy. Y'all throw some emojis up there. I want to see if it's working or not. Rex Ryan biopic directed by Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, all the foot fetish people. Okay, I see emojis. Okay, there we go. Got some green ones. Yeah, it's an emoji party. Oh, I traded Robinson for Paku. Somebody offered it to me. I had so many running backs. I was like, I don't know if Robinson's going to pop off this year. It's a keeper league though, so I was like, man, he might be worth keeping, but I needed a wide receiver. Ah, man. The longest yard. Are we still talking about foot movies or are we talking about football movies? Bijan. Robinson. Nice little pass. Hmm. A 63 is so bad. If we don't just totally annihilate him this weekend, I'm going to come to the conclusion that Todd Bowles does not watch game film. Just put Cansey over top of him and let him go to town the whole game. Oh, I never did see that movie, Nate. The Kevin Spacey one. Wasn't that like... I was thinking about that. Didn't Kevin Costner do a movie where he was the GM of the Browns or during draft day? It was called The Draft or something. They did it with in conjunction with the NFL. Yeah, Cooper Kupp came back, but still Paku has been getting quite a few looks. You talking about Ritter, B-Mock? With the short patch. Oh, that Sean Payton movie. Oh, that was so bad. Blocked passes, yeah. How tall is Ritter? Do we know? Man, they get beat. Their offensive line gets beat every play. Somebody on their offensive line gets beat every play. There you go back. The same play. Man. Neither one of these teams look good. Tampa Bay. Oh, that was a fourth down. Yeah. Right in his hands. He just dropped it in there, too. These teams suck. Of course, I say that, but watching our game film from Sunday, somebody could have said the same thing about us. Dang. Both of these offensive lines are just garbage. The 72 just waltzes right past this guy. Any Given Sunday. Yeah, I loved Any Given Sunday. Draft Day. Okay. I thought that was the name of that movie. Give them Ohio. I'd go with Michigan. Put them up there with in Dearborn. that would be just as bad as putting them right next to Palestine. Yeah, I love Any Given Sunday. I haven't watched it in a few years though. It would probably be a hard watch now. The league has changed a lot, and that style of filming has changed. Little Palestine up in Ohio, yeah. Puka clearly a wide receiver too. Yeah, well, I'm just hoping, I was really thinking about for next year or whatever, Coop ain't going to be around forever. Oh, no. Sorry to hear about that, MH. We'll definitely put some prayers out there. Molly had one of her best friends, his son was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and they did all kinds of surgeries and kind of messed it up, and he ended up passing away about a year and a half ago. And that was hard. Sad stuff, man. So hopefully things will turn out much better in their case. That was just ugly. What is going on with these two teams, man? He sidearms it. That's the Mahomes effect. Why is he sidearming it? Just try to look cool. Ends up putting it right in the dirt. I'm going to write that down, MH. Last Boy Scout, that opening scene with the guy pulling out the gun as he's running down the field, I think it's kind of iconic. But I wouldn't say it's a football movie. No more than Batman was a football movie because they filmed in Steelers Stadium. Oh, man, he got clobbered. Oh, come on. All right, I got to go back. This is that same play from the sideline. He gets clobbered. After 90 was held and still gets through. How do you let this? What are you doing? Turned completely the wrong direction. Redskins look like Alabama. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll. We're going to get a list of football movies and see what everybody's favorite football movies are. I'm partial to North Dallas 40. I like Any Given Sunday and Greatest American Hero. I think that's the name of it. Remember the Titans was good too. I like that one. Dang. How? Oh, he gets blocked out a little bit. Falcons are not very good with their spatial awareness, are they? Yeah, it don't seem like they're using him enough. It is very strange. It's almost like they want Algier to take not necessarily 50% of the snaps. It's almost like they're going by committee almost. It's very strange because Robinson's extremely talented, but I agree with you. He's going to get hurt. He just takes hits at bad angles. That's one of the things about being a good running back, learning how to get hit. Yeah, I like that show, Friday Night Lights. I watched the first, I think, 3 seasons and then stopped watching everything. Would Ohio be a better Israel or a better Palestine? Oh, man. I would have to say, at this point, probably a better Palestine. We can let the others stay. It's hilarious. Yeah, remember the time. And there we go with another Denzel. He never plays a bad guy. Yeah, even in American Gangster, he was a good bad guy. Oh, wait, no. No. I think he did play a bad guy. Hold on, let me look this up. Denzel, I think, did play a bad guy. These two teams are going to get their quarterbacks killed, man. This is a battle of the have-nots. Training day. Boom. He played Alonzo. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Man. It's just bad football. How many linemen can we have on the ground over here? Yep. You said that probably 15 minutes before I found it, right? Training day, yep. Oh, yeah, Ballers. That was a great show. That's another one where I watched the first few seasons and then stopped watching it. I do that sometimes. Especially, I've gotten to the point, I used to watch a lot of media and, good grief, and I used to read a lot of books, but I'm much more judicious with my time anymore. I don't know what the Redskins are doing here. I mean, this is what are they? I mean, they start off looking at each other, and then they just kind of go down. Oh man, they end up, nobody's covering the flats at all on either side. So you get hope a guy here. 2, 4, 6, 7. They got 7 guys in coverage, and they're all within 15-yard radius of each other. Whew. The replacements: Lucas, Jerry Maguire. Yep. Friday Night Lights. Yeah, we got to beat the Falcons, man. We got to. Remember the Titans. Oh, wow. Tom, yeah. That seems to be a common thing with brain surgery. It seems like they can't just do it once. It seems like, I guess it's so sensitive in there. My sister, she had brain surgery, and they went up through her thigh. They explained it to me. I was in the doctor's office and they explained, but I really never really did understand what they were doing. But they went up in there and then they squirted like some type of gel in her brain to clog up some arteries and stuff. And then we found out later that was an experimental thing. They didn't tell us that. She was actually in a medical journal for this procedure. She was like the first one they'd ever done it on. They didn't tell us that. She was really upset. But she ended up having to go back for some other stuff too. And you're just like, can't y'all get it right the first time? Tom, if you don't mind, we'll put you on the prayer list, man. Put your cousin on there and his brother, if that's okay with you. Ilmate, you got it. I missed. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. Huh. So they found out by a hit in football. That happens quite a bit, actually. I mean, you can't even give Ritter credit for reading this. I don't think he read it. He just saw an open guy and threw it. I know. I wish we could have played the Skins, man. Chose Pop Warner over JV. Yeah, Biz Pro, they described it as like a super glue. It was all very strange. My goodness. Who gives this up? Oh, okay, it's a rollout. Just 96 or 95 is just quicker than they expected. Oh, is that intentional grounding? It is. That's intentional grounding. That is intentional grounding. That's an interesting call, though. I don't know if they called it intentional grounding or not, but this guy catches it before it gets back to the line of scrimmage, which is right here. So the refs could rule interference. I don't know what the call is. But that was definitely intentional grounding. Yeah, it was a blessing, MH. Same play. You got dual screens on both sides. Is Tarzan a good quarterback? Let's go Tarzan. Necessary roughness. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. The program. I need to start writing these down. Okay, what's he trying to do here? Oh, that was risky. If this guy would have been on his P's and Q's, he shouldn't have allowed that ball to be caught. Oh, wow, I can't swallow. Good grief. Is that because of, like, he forgot how to swallow, or is it interference? Had some interference due to surgery? Is that going to come back? Our pastor, his son, ended up getting like a real bad case of scarlet fever, and he had trouble breathing. And he ended up, after scarlet fever was gone, he had a condition, I forget the name of it, but where he was scared of swallowing. So they had to feed him like milkshakes and stuff. He wouldn't eat anything. He's getting better now, though. But he had to go through therapy and everything. It was just mentally, his brain got freaked out over his ability to not swallow, or he was scared of choking. Really strange. Johnny Be Good. Is that a football movie? Motor skills, what type of tumor it is. Okay. You did. Nate. We need a drum roll soundboard. Or the whatever it's called. It's kind of rough footage to watch. He just ran right into that sack. He got scared, couldn't see behind him, phantom pressure, then runs right into it. Boop. There he goes again. You get behind him, he does not like it. So, probably can't blame him, though, after being sacked 30 times already this year. He didn't have nowhere to go. He didn't have nowhere to throw it. Tish. There you go. High school superstar quarterback. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back through the chat and get a list of all these football movies. Oh, man, the game's getting ready to come on. All right, guys, we got to wrap this up. We'll finish this tomorrow. We got New Orleans playing tonight. We do not want them to win. Y'all, everybody pretty confident New Orleans is going to lose tonight, right? Oh, Tarzan's for the quarterback. Oh, yeah, Lawrence. Tarzan. Yeah. I like Tarzan. Those are good movies. I like the book, too. Everybody's All-American. That's the name of the football movie. It's one of my favorites. Right? Yeah. Dennis Quaid, Jessica Lange. Good one. New Orleans is actually favored by 2. Probably because of that game they laid on the Patriots. But it's New Orleans and Jacksonville. And it's at Jacksonville. Pretty sure. All right, guys. Let's knock this off so we can go watch the football. Yeah, Any Given Sunday. That's one of my favorites. We're gonna do a poll and see what games or what movies are everybody's favorites. B-Mock, take it easy, brother. And here, let's hope for the Saints losing tonight. MH, Tom, we're going to put you in our prayers. MK, we've been putting some prayers out for you too. Stay strong, brother. Keep it hanging there. Waterboy, yeah, Waterboy's classic. And both longest yards. Those were good ones. All right, let's get off here. Guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Tomorrow we'll finish watching this all 22 and get prepped for the whooping we're going to put up on the Falcons. I mean, this is a third game we've seen with the all 22 and the Falcons, and I just don't see any way they can beat us. I mean, of course, any given Sunday, but it'll be a fluke if they beat us. Or it'll be us imploding. I just don't see how it's going to happen. Anyhow, we're going to finish watching this tomorrow and tonight, hoping for the Saints to lose. And till next time, go Bucs.